Hi guys, welcome back to Wentworth Life, the YouTube channel that talks everything Wentworth. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button right now. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I will be responding to some of your lovely comments from a previous video. So recently, 2 new fabulous trailers dropped for Season 8, and it provided us with lots and lots of new footage and scenes. So I have screenshotted some of the scenes that wasn't talked about in my last video, and we are going to delve straight in and try and discuss what's happening. So let's start with the fly on the bus. Okay, now I think I found this scene a little bit funnier than what I should have, because I mean, in this scene, new character Lou Kelly, she spots a fly on the bus, which, by the way, who the hell are all these new people on this bus? I mean, none of these new prisoners, they don't even look like they're from prison, or from like another prison. They look like they're all just come from court. It really caught my attention. But anyway, back onto the fly. So Lou spots the fly on the window, and she ends up grabbing another random character's head and starts smashing it against the window so that the fly gets killed, basically. She's trying to squash the fly with the character's head. But anyway, she then stops, turns around and just says, "It's okay, I got the fly." I mean, I know this is meant to be a tough new baddie, but I think she's going to have a really weird, likeable side to her if she carries on with these one-liners. I'm really looking forward to meeting this new character. We then have Lou and Reb walking into prison. And Lou is telling Reb not to show any fear, and just in this very small snippet you can tell that Lou is definitely totally in love with Reb. But from what we know so far, Reb is like the total opposite of Lou. So Lou is definitely the protector, but it might be a case as the season goes on that Lou might overstep the mark and maybe Reb might end up falling out of love with Lou. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But then, staying with Reb, we have a snippet of Reb lying down in bed all alone, followed by another scene of her, crying in a cell with Mari Winter. Now, Mari is giving Reb a hug. So this opens up a few questions here now. So is Reb in the protection unit with Mari at some point? Do these two characters have history? Maybe Mari knew Reb on the outside. And I mean, is Mari genuinely hugging Reb as a friend, or is this just something that she's using for her own gain? Only time will tell. And staying on the subject of Reb, it cuts to another scene of another new character, Sheila, and she's literally calling Reb Rebecca. And it looks like that she knows Reb on a personal level, and it looks like she's trying to give her a hug, but Reb pulls away. Before Mari walks in, and she's asking, who are you? And she turns around and she's like, my name is Sheila. So very interestingly, this made me think, and I know it's made some of you guys think, that perhaps Sheila might be Reb's mum. So moving on to Sheila now, it's been said that Sheila is literally one to watch in these last 2 seasons. In this snippet, she is being inducted by Jake, and Sheila is asking him if all the new prisoners get the red carpet treatment. And Jake just replies saying only the ones who are mass murderers. So, Sheila is a mass murderer. Who, what and why, no idea yet. I mean, did she kill a few people at once by accident? Or is she just a total psycho? Totally unhinged. Only time will tell, but I am really excited to see how this one pans out. We then have the new general manager, Anne Reynolds, who straight away looks like a woman on a mission, and a woman not to be messed with. In this small snippet, she is seen saying to another new character, Judy Bryant, that she is such a disappointment, which to me rings a few alarm bells, because isn't that what Ferguson used to say to Vera and a few of the other characters back in the day? This makes me think that maybe Anne knows Ferguson, or is someone who is in cahoots with Ferguson, maybe even just like an old friend. And I've heard a lot of people say recently that Anne Reynolds is apparently this new character who was brought in to fix Wentworth after the siege, but actually she has her own secret agenda, which apparently is meant to be shocking. So maybe her secret agenda has something to do with Ferguson. I mean, guys, literally anything is possible at this stage, and I think with all these new characters coming into the season, somebody has got some sort of history with Ferguson. We then have a snippet of Judy Bryant, who is someone who was brought into Wentworth after leaking important government documents. There is a scene of Miss Miles and another officer carrying Judy into the cells. But we also have a scene of Judy grabbing her face after being sprayed by Miss Miles. Now, what has Judy Bryant actually done to deserve such treatment? Has she done something so bad that all the officers are going to hate her? I have a feeling that she's going to get on well with the women, but she's going to be a total troublemaker for the officers, and she's probably going to be someone who doesn't like authority. So that's going to be a great storyline. And just staying with Miss Miles for 1 second, I mean, we have Miss Miles putting a bag over some prisoner's head for some reason. Now, I get the feeling that Miss Miles might be a bit tougher in this new season. I did read somewhere that Miss Miles is suffering from PTSD after the siege. So maybe she will become this hard new officer for a while who will occasionally lash out and maybe even start slapping the women down to size. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. So sorry now, these pics are a little bit blurry, but it's literally a tiny second snippet from one of the trailers, and it's so fast, blink and you'll miss it. And it's literally Anne Reynolds going nuts in her office. I don't know if it's her, she's going nuts in some sort of office, and she's slamming something down on the desk and just looking completely pissed off. We then have Lou Kelly being grabbed and taken away somewhere by the officers. It looks like she's being naughty in this scene. And Ferguson, okay, so it's been heavily implicated that Ferguson is stalking Vera's every move with baby Grace. And we've also caught a little bit of behind the scenes footage that was in one of the trailers, and this is showing a syringe of fake blood. And I have a feeling there's been quite a few of these fake blood syringes used in the new season. So back to Ferguson. Ferguson's doing some sort of weird TV interview. Now, from what's been revealed in magazine articles, Ferguson is going to be using a fake name called Kath Maxwell. Where this name has come from, we don't know. I know there's a lot of theories going around that it's the person that's in the box, but we'll discover that when the new season starts. But she's using the fake name Kath Maxwell. So during this TV interview, she's more than likely using this fake name, but I cannot think what she is up to at this point, because going on TV and exposing herself, someone's going to see it and they're going to know it's Ferguson. So anyway, we have Vera, Will and Jake walking down a corridor which looks like a hospital, and they're looking really worried, especially Vera. Now, are they on their way to meet Ferguson for the first time at this point, or are they on their way to identify that body that was originally found in the box to try and help the police officers with their inquiries? It would explain why they're looking very worried. I think either reason, this is probably why they're shitting themselves. Rita. So we've also got Rita having some sort of fight scene in a warehouse with an unknown guy. She's grabbing a gun and she's firing at it. But later on, she's also seen throwing this gun in the water. So maybe she's killed someone in self-defense and she's getting rid of the evidence. This could also contribute to her ending up back inside Wentworth at some point. So back to Ferguson, we've got Ferguson going into some sort of locker, and inside it looks like some sort of file. So maybe this is possibly a file of photos that Brenda Murphy once had when she was blackmailing Vera. If you remember, Murphy managed to get some photos of Vera, Will and Jake standing over Joan's supposed grave. And maybe Ferguson has managed to get her hands on these copies, which would not be great news for our three favourite staff members. We have Ali then shouting at Jake, telling him that she thought Ferguson was dead, but what I thought was interesting is that Ali's looking slightly scared in this scene, and so is Jake. And also, if you listen carefully during this trailer, in the background you can hear the women chanting. It sounds like they're either chanting Ferguson's name or they're chanting Freak. But yeah, looks pretty amazing. We have Boomer, who is angry with Ali and Ruby at this point. Don't know what is going on, but she's telling them that they didn't listen or something. Whatever it is, it's definitely not good news for our favourite gang. I spoke about this next scene in one of my videos, but this trailer revealed a little bit more of Ali telling Mari that when the women come for you, I won't stop them. I will cheer them on before throwing Mari backwards, and Mari is looking terrified. Like, wow, she really has grown, this girl. It then cuts to Mari in the shower block with a shiv. Not sure who she's fighting off. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know if it's me, but if you look down, is that someone laying on the floor in some sort of bag or a big dressing gown? And then we've also got Boomer in the shower block, but I'm not sure whether if this is during the same scene as Mari with the shiv or not. But yeah, please be safe, Boomer. We have Luke Kelly screaming in pain. It looks like they're in the laundry. So maybe this is early in season 8 and Ali is punishing Luke Kelly with a sewing machine, maybe, trying to show her who's boss. And oh, this is a really nice scene now. So we've got Vera and Jake with baby Grace. Jake is holding Grace and Vera's behind him smiling. We've got a bit of a nice scene somewhere, haven't we? We now have Judy Bryant. I think it's Judy. It looks like Judy, and it looks like she is kicking the crap into someone in this scene. And Boomer and Ruby are running to stop her. No idea what's happening, but I've got a feeling that maybe she's beating up an officer, or I don't think it's a prisoner, because I think maybe she's beating up Miss Miles, or maybe the general manager, Anne Reynolds. Hence why Boomer and Ruby are looking really shocked in the scene. We then have some of the women grabbing some random officer, throwing her into the washing basket, and we've also got the woman going a little bit crazy in one scene, banging on the glass windows. There's stuff behind them that looks like it's being trashed, thrown on the floor. It's looking like a riot or some sort of protest that's going to be happening. Oh, it's nice to see that we have some of the Red Right Hand crew in the new season making Mari's life a misery, but we also have Mari fighting back in this next scene with an unknown person. So a lot of fighting going on, isn't there? And in this final shot, we've got Reb Keane screaming for we don't know why or what. Maybe it's at her mum Sheila. I mean, we don't know that Sheila's her mum, but you get me, don't you? Maybe if Sheila's her mum, or I don't know. But she's screaming at someone. She's upset, definitely. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything from the new trailers. The new season is looking brutal, totally jam-packed. A lot is happening. A lot of new faces going on, but there's also a lot of old faces as well. And it looks like it's going to be a brilliant season. It's very exciting. I'm excited. And it's not long to go now, guys. So leave a comment for me. Did I miss anything out? And do you think Sheila might be Reb Keane's mum? And what do you think is Anne Reynolds' secret agenda in the new season? Let me know, guys. And speaking of comment replies, it's now time to reply to some of your lovely comments from a previous video. So we have Tony Slowman. I think that Anne Reynolds is working with Ferguson. Funnily enough, so do I. I think there's definitely some sort of dark secret hidden away there. Thank you for your comment. Tony R. This is going to be the best season of Wentworth. I have to agree with you. I got a feeling now that they've planned for this to be the final 2 seasons, they're just going all out. So it is definitely going to be one to watch. Thank you for your comment. G Quinn, very excited, not long to go now, the countdown begins, can't wait to tune in to your weekly after show reviews, Craig. Aha, thank you G Quinn. Yes, so after every episode I will be doing an episode review. It usually is on the same day, usually later on that night, UK time. So yeah, brace yourselves for a good 20 to 30 minutes episode reviews with myself. So yeah, thank you for your comment. And we have Phoebe, the freak is going to absolutely ruin everyone. I can't wait for them to explain how the hell this is possible. I'm shook already, bring it on. Thank you for your comment, Phoebe. I have to agree. We've got all these new characters coming in. We've got Sheila, who's a mass murderer. We've got Luke Kelly, who's a bully. But I think, literally, these are all literally just kittens compared to the big beast, the freak. And all hell is definitely going to break loose. And I think at this stage, none of us know how it's going to go. And I think that's what makes it very exciting. So thank you for your comment. And we've got Puss in Boots 2516. Hello, it's nice to see you and put a face to the voice. Looking forward to Luke Kelly and the other reimagined characters. Oh, thank you. And yeah, so I did a Facebook Live the other day with my partner Peter. And we both really enjoyed. And we've decided that we will do another live video if you did miss the last one, and we're going to do it halfway through season 8. So after episode 5 we will be doing a live video that week, so I will keep you posted. So yeah, so thank you all for your lovely comments. Keep them coming, and maybe next time your comment will appear in my next video. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you all for watching. I love you all to bits, and I will see you next time.